do apologise for cutting off at end there. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
saying, Gaz, about intermittent fasting.
Well, just saying that that seems to me the key, intermittent fasting and calorie reduction. There's not it's like anything, isn't it? Everyone looks for the complicated. There's nothing complicated in it, is there? If you're fat, you need to lose weight and you need to stop eating and drinking. And it's daft that it just keeps coming back down to that all the way. All right, yeah, you should put a bit of exercise in there as well, but yeah, primarily it's the not eating that was your winning ticket, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 it is, yeah. So what's your goals then, Gaz, for rest of
Well, my goal's to get down to 15 stone at November next year, isn't it? My goal's just to keep going, Russ. Like I said, all I can do is fine tune what I'm doing, put a bit of exercise in there. I might look to start using me. I've got one of them keep fit apps, where you can record your food.
yeah.
But too much to record. I'd just be recording really. The little grazing bits that the putting a toffee in here and there. I don't.
Have you thought about just having one meal a day and nothing else, guys? Just one big meal a day at lunchtime.
That's dangerous for me, Russ, because I need a meal at night.
Yeah.
Oh, I always have had. I'd eat that meal in day and then I'd eat again at night.
Would you?
Yeah. So the best train of thought for me is trying to get through to that nighttime meal and try and keep fighting with and training myself
Yeah.
to less and less. I can't that's the battle. The battle is training my greedy pig body and brain to smaller amounts. And I think you were touching on it just before we got cut off there. That I have found this week that it does get easier.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the longer you go without your brain thinking about food or them little devils kicking in, as we call them. You do tend to like they don't come as often and they don't come as quick once you start getting used to not eating. You just can't get through then, don't you, somehow? And you've not really thought about it.
Yeah, I do apologise for tech issues. I've got all my wires interlocked, and sometimes if they get twisted, you get like a wire, don't you, that bounces up and down. So I do apologise. But yeah, so you don't think that that's a good idea then, just having like one big meal at lunchtime and then going 24 hours fasting?
I think it'd be great if I could do it, Russ, but I don't think I could.
No.
I'm moving. I'm moving towards having that one meal at 6, 7 o'clock at night.
What time do you go to bed?
10.
So if you're going to bed at 10 and you eat at 6, it's just that 4 hour period and you're going to be eating 30 minutes, then digesting it an hour and a half. So 8 o'clock till 10 is that point then for you, isn't it? 8, well, 10.
Well, you see, I followed the healthy keto with Dr. Berg, and he talks about the intermittent fasting, and he says first stage is to get up in the morning and skip that breakfast and try and go till 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then at 6 o'clock, and then that's it again until 2 o'clock, and then you're getting 20 hours fasting in.
Yeah.
With a 4 hour window for eating. Everything's geared towards me going longer and longer without food, but I just don't think that would work for me, because then if I fall down about 2 meals, well, I'm doing it anyway, aren't I? I'm trying to go as long as I can with as little food. I know I'm not eating at all, because a small bowl of porridge or an egg is still some food, isn't it? But I don't like taking tablets on an empty stomach, so
Yeah.
I've got something in, and then just go as long as I can then on scraps basically until I can get through to my tea. The only thing I feel I can do at the moment is because I'm a constant tea and coffee drinker,
Yeah.
so I need less or have it black. Um, I need to do the fasting. I need to cut the volume down. I need to start this week with making that meal that I have smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You think that's the problem then? Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I think the portion size at tea time is the problem,
Yeah.
and that's what I'll focus on this week. The portion size at tea time.
Do you think that's for best then? Yeah.
Hmm. And then come the end of this court case, so I'll give myself March the 1st. Well, no, as soon as this court case is over, and I'll get back.
How many weeks left on it, do you think?
Next, it'll be finished next week, but I'm going over to Spain with Jane on next week. It's Jade's 21st birthday. I've not told Lisa. We're going over as a surprise.
All right. Well, what if Lisa sees this?
Well, I'll just drop myself in it then.
What day you go in?
I'm either going to go on Saturday morning, or if I can get our Billy to drive his truck, get him to come. We'll probably set sail Wednesday, and then Sarah will take Jane over.
Yeah.
So,
All right then. Okay,
but
doke.
that won't stop what I'm doing, Russ, because over there I can still. I'm more likely to get up and go for a jog over there than I am over here. I've got to get the routine going over here,
Yeah.
not in routine over there. That I just get up and go for a jog naturally.
Yeah.
Don't know why, you just do. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and I can go down to the driving range there. What I find with this, when you take eating and drinking out of your life, you struggle. You struggle on what to do. You don't realise how much of your life gets taken up eating and drinking.
Yeah. I know what you
I
mean.
think, but I've got a pal who used to be an alcoholic, and he's not touched a drink now for 15 years. And he said that though, and that's why I liken this food and drink to an addiction. And he said that he couldn't stop drinking, and when he did stop drinking, he didn't know what to do with himself. He says, but slow but surely, as you conquer it and master it, you'd be surprised what it gets replaced with. He says, and I'm as busy as anything now, but when I first was trying to get off alcohol, he was climbing the walls for what to do with the time that it creates. And really, if you think about it, if you stop eating and drinking, it creates a lot of time. Doesn't take you much time, does it, to do that shake?
No,
It's
I won't go all day on me, you know
it's nothing in your day, though, is it?
that. Oh,
Eating at its most efficient, and really, it's because we don't really need that much. Everything that everybody's doing who's carrying weight, all right, the ones who are not carrying weight are just getting away with it, aren't they? But anybody who's carrying weight
yeah.
is eating and drinking too much.
When you're in Algorfa, though, you're sat in a restaurant on a 10-man table, 4 and 5 hours, though, aren't you? And you're picking at stuff, aren't you?
I don't think so, really. Not, I don't think I do.
You have a dessert, don't you, though?
I won't now, Russ. I might have done then. I definitely won't now.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Yeah, but you would,
Definitely.
guys, you'd say, oh, do you know what, Porky, I'm going to have a fruit salad, there's no in them. That's what you'd say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I need to get to feeling empty. I know what it feels like to feel empty. And I think when you're feeling empty, that's really the only time you should treat yourself. If you've not got yourself to that stage of feeling empty, then
Yeah, that's what I'm like, guys. I'm like, whereas before, if I'd see like some granary bread Lurpak, really strong cheese, and a jar of piccalilli. That'd be it. That'd be
Yeah,
me
yeah.
that night, just slicing bread off a fresh loaf with a great good knife. And I'd be sat
Easy.
watching telly.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? It is easy.
But
I
easy,
mean,
isn't it?
this video call that we have, and it's why I talk about, getting other people on, to have a real good chat, because it's about a group of people trying to help each other with this addiction, and training the mind to stop thinking about food and drink all the time, all day. Anybody that's carrying weight is doing that. Rest assured, they're doing that.
Yeah,
And it's when you try to put the brakes on, you realise how often you're doing that. Well,
yeah,
it is, you know, and then like you're quite being busy like you are. That's helpful, isn't it? Because
yeah,
that's helping you keep your mind on something else. I mean, I try to do that, but because the stuff, if I go to the driving range, that's good, because you're actually on the move, aren't you?
yeah.
And if you're on the move, then you're not accessing food and drink, are you? If you're on the move, but it is just about stopping eating and drinking, and filling in the gaps somehow. But to repeat, I know the answer, but can I do it? Well, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Or as one lady said it in the comments, baby steps. You know, we're at baby steps, but we're certainly at steps, and certainly got it clearly positioned in front of us what the problem is. And most of the comments are along the same lines now that's coming in. Calorie deficit. That is the only thing that we should talk about. It's a little bit, sorry to quote our refer a friend scheme, right? But somebody once said to me with that, stop talking about it. It only should be one line, scan the code. Because it's so simple, but when you start talking about it, it becomes so complicated. Well, this with the dieting, it should just be a one-liner.
Don't eat.
Yeah. Or them funny caricatures or whatever they were that you put up this week.
Don't do it, Gary.
Stop.
Stop.
We need to have a strap line on this show,
Stop eating.
and you could really just come on and just sit here for 40 minutes, just repeating them same words. Stop eating and drinking calories. Stop eating and drinking calories. Stop eating and drinking calories. And until you can do that, you're not going to lose any weight. And you
Yeah,
can talk
yeah,
till a cat home about anything else, but stop eating and drinking calories. Stop eating. Yeah, you can keep telling me to go training. No, stop eating and drinking calories. You won't have to go training then. And we've said it before. Stop eating and drinking calories for a week. Will you lose weight? Of course you will. Boxers, night before, you've already said it. Can Carl Froch, George Groves lost £9
yeah,
just by stopping drinking. Just stop eating and drinking.
yeah,
And everything else is a deflection from that, Russ. Everything else is a deflection.
yeah.
Well balanced diet, exercise, eat this, eat that. No, don't eat anything. But again, it's all right me saying that. I know the answer and I'm dealing with it.
Yeah,
Eat it. You did. I don't know whether I can. People listening out there are probably taking this in and thinking he's right,
yeah,
Here's stop eating and drinking. No, never mind, keep guiding him, advising him, eat this, eat that, exercise this, do this, do that, No. Just get on board and send him a message that says, got it, calorie deficit, stop eating and drinking. And that's what I need every one of our followers that's listening to comment on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on with it. On with it. Yeah, no, nothing else. No going around the houses, moving the goalposts, smoke and mirrors. Let's talk about anything except stop eating and drinking.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying no. Let's just not say any of that. Let's just say stop eating and drinking for a week. Anybody out there, just go for a week and go as long without eating and drinking as you can before you have to have something. And
Yeah.
then have something and then go as long as you can again before you have to have something. You'll give in, of course you will. But you'll get better and better at it. I'm getting better at it. I know, even though I put 2.4 pounds on this week, I know that my battle with stop eating and drinking has intensified this week. I've not got the result for it, but
Yeah.
I know that for long periods.
Maybe your body's just adjusting, and that's why you put a bit of weight on. It's just adjusting to it, Gary.
I've lost.
It's not a sprint, Gary. It's not a sprint.
No. I have definitely made progress with the battle of eating and drinking. I know that I've fasted for longer periods this week, and then when I've took something in, it's been small amounts, but I've obviously, somehow my body is readdressing itself, and when I'm eating at tea time, it's storing fat from that. It has to be because it's not getting it from anywhere else. Well, this week it's going to get less. I'm going to keep up the battle during the day, keep that calorie deficit down to its minimum. Minimum out in my mouth to take my tablets. I'll take my backup egg, which is effectively your spoonful of whatever it is you'd go and do. Yeah, I'll get through to tea time. I'll cut the toffees out this week. I'll battle with them. I might take some cherry tomatoes because there's only 100 calories in a full punnet of them.
Yeah.
Be a lot better than flipping toffees, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And small things, small steps, baby steps.
5 calories a tomato, them,
Eh?
5 calories a tomato.
I don't think they are, Russ.
Oh.
500 grams, which is quite a big punnet. It is
5 grams. You think they're more than that, yeah?
less.
Well, if it's less than 5 calories, there's nothing in them, is there? So you can have them, can't you?
There isn't anything in them. Of all the dieting,
Just don't take 4 slices of bread and butter, Gary. We're blocking a slice of cheese.
well,
I would.
I have had I'll be honest with you. We have had the odd slice of bread for my tea. That's got to go.
Yeah.
You know what? We have something called Warburton's bread over here. Do you get it over there?
I don't know.
Yeah, they call it, and everybody over here.
We get that at the shopper, from corner shop.
Yeah, you open a Warby's loaf, and it's right, really soft and doughy. And
Warby's.
Warburton's, it's called. They call it a Warby's.
Oh, that's a Manchester slang.
Yeah, Warby's.
What they called it, barm cakes.
Well, you get barm cakes as well over here. Of course you do. But Warburton's is everybody knows Warburton's. But it's moreish, like if you have a bacon butties on Warby's or a salmon sandwich or whatever. But it's really, you get a Warby's fresh. It's really, really soft, and the texture's good. You could easily eat 4 slices without thinking about it.
Yeah.
I had 2 slices of toast of it earlier today because, like one of our followers commented, that you do cheat a bit more at weekend to get you through, and that's something I remembered then because I said I've only had a porridge and 2 bowls of that tater ash, and actually I haven't. I lied there because I have had 2 slices of toast earlier on.
Oh.
And in the fridge, and that Warby's is there looking at me.
Why are you looking at you, Gary?
Yeah, you probably saw it when I went in the fridge. Still there. There's about 2 slices left. I might have one of them in a bit. Because I'm on Saturday, Sunday, and I know I cheat on a Saturday, Sunday.
You are?
I know I cheat on a Saturday, Sunday. I do take a bit more cheats in on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
It's harder to get through. But again, I'm just, it's harder to get through. But this is just a battle, not against anything else. Nothing else counts. Everything else is a diversion. Just stop eating and drinking. Just do what Russell Hartley from Porky's Corner has learnt to do. And that's if we can get to the end of 12 months and we've got, a dozen or one follower who's managed to lose some weight. I'd love some of our followers, to say what they weigh in the comments and get on board with us, because I do read them, and anybody that is wants to declare the weight every week, if it gets too much in the comments, I'll just stick to them because they're kind of getting on board with same gravy train, aren't they? Wanting to follow the same journey.
Yeah, they are, mate. Right then, okie dokie then. Well, we've had a good hour or more, over an hour.
Okay.
I'll get Cameron to piece this up into one and put it out next week.
Make sure you call it part 1 and part 2, won't you? Because I got lost on another.
Oh, you want it out in 2 parts, yeah? Okay.
Well, I don't. Well, you can put it out in 1 part, but if you put it out in 2 parts, call it part 1, part 2.
Okay.
Because I watched another Julian one this week, and then by the time I straight away went to click on to watch the second one, and it wasn't there. Somewhere else, bloody what thing you come up, our mate, Matt.
Matt both out at the same time.
Yeah, and I couldn't. It would be easy to have found even Julian's if it said Julian part 1 and part 2.
Oh, that's what it did say.
Oh yeah, you sent him, didn't you? But it wasn't showing up on my phone, was it?
Yeah, because the writing, I put a little bit more writing before that, but if you'd have clicked on it, you'd have seen it said part 1 stroke 2, and then it said part 2 stroke 2. That's what I did it. You just didn't enlarge your picture.
Oh, I'll have to learn how to do that.
Did it on my phone as well. He did it on my phone. As you're looking at it, you're thinking, oh, well, it's part 2, but he went right next to it because they both went out at the same time.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okie dokie then. Right. Thanks for coming on, Gary. It's been a real pleasure to have you on.
Yeah.
About your experiences since your last time's weighing, and you put £2 4 ounces. So let's see if you can get that back in the next 7 to 10 days. Yeah.
Will do. Try my best.
Thank you very much, Gary. Peace out.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.